Hello everyone and welcome to the next in our series of daily origami for YouTube. Today we're going to continue with our theme of looking at some traditional origami, and so some of our designs and ideas have been kind of going every which way, but today we're going to make one of my favorites and all-time classic origami, and that's a cootie catcher is what we call them usually in the States. They actually probably originally served more of a purpose of containing different kinds of things because there's 4 nice little pockets when you turn it upside down, so you can put different things in there, nuts and candies and sweets and such. But then you can flip it around and do fun little fortune telling, or we would use them to catch cooties and stuff, and there's so many different fun ways to play with it. So this is a pure origami, so you just need a regular piece of square origami paper. Now you can use any paper. Actually, I think printer paper holds up better, especially if you're going to be using it for a long time. Origami paper is a little thinner and it kind of doesn't tend to hold up as well. So I'm using 15 by 15 centimeter paper, and I'll let you guys know the dimensions of everything when we're finished to kind of give you an idea. But I think you can definitely use this to make, use really big, nice paper and make a really pretty container if you're interested in that. So what we're going to do here then is start off with our paper, and I'm going to start with my color side facing down. Go ahead and put some creases by just folding the paper in half both ways so that we can kind of get an idea of where our center is. Open it up. Then we're going to take each of these 4 corners and fold it into the center. Kind of line up along the edges as you do this. So once you've gotten all 4 corners folded into the center, flip it over and repeat the steps this time, folding each of those edges towards the center. And just take care when you're creasing out these edges that you don't accidentally snag right here on these pockets and tear your paper. But you just go ahead and fold in. Once you've got all 4 of those folded in, then we can go ahead and just crease right along the center and this way as well. So once you've gotten those 2 creases there, then we can also crease the diagonal by folding the other way. And that's just going to make everything a little easier to come together. If you, didn't want really strong creases in the top part, especially of stuff, I'll show you as we finish this off, but you could just pinch it to get to the shape that we need. But I've gotten the creases there just to make it a little easier, but you'll see it creates a crease right along these flaps. And if you didn't want that, what you could do is just kind of gently give a little pinch here and allow each of these to come together to create kind of that shape. And then if you didn't want a sharp crease there, you could then just pop these out. And this is the part where you do, if you just look at it from backwards way, this is a nice little container for snacks and treats and goodies and such. You can make it really big and put nuts in there and stuff. Or you flip it over and you've got your traditional cootie catcher here where you can, or a fortune teller. You can, this paper's too dark really to make good use of it, but you can put numbers or color words and such and count them off until you get to the edge, and then you can choose a number, count that off as well. Every place I think has different ways of doing it, but ideally what you get to is choosing something here where you stop, you flip it open, and there's a message written underneath each of these sections. So you get a total of 8 different kinds of fortunes or something along those lines to kind of have fun with. So definitely a tried and true origami that I know I did all the time and probably didn't even think it was origami at the time because I had such an image that was just cranes and stuff like that. But big part of my time growing up for sure. So, but that is our little finished project there. Let me tell you the dimensions in case you were you know, trying to use it as, I was saying, like a container or something like that. I think, you know, for kids' hands especially, this is really just perfect for your fingers and such to do. So you don't really need to change the size if you're using it for the purpose of it being a fortune teller. But it stands about 5 centimeters tall. So that kind of gives you an idea of the dimensions there for that, if you were going to be using it backwards as a container. But that should give you your completed project for today. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.